Alright, so last week we create all the elements of the track, we've done the mix down, and this week we're gonna focus a little bit more on the arrangement. So let's get started. So for the arrangement, I usually start in the session view. The reason why is because when I'm gonna have my track like this, I will usually start to map parameter to this little controller here. And I'm kind of jamming with muting, playing with parameters, automating. And this way I can start to see what goes well together, what combination like of elements are working well together. It's allowed you to get you an idea a little bit of the structure because you see what's worked together, what doesn't, and stuff like that. And then after, when you have the rough arrangement in the session, it's easy to just like kind of record it into the session, the arrangement view, and then like 95% of the arrangement is done. So like the structure is done here, and then after the final detail is done in the arrangement view. So let's do that. We're gonna start with the kick drum, bass. Obviously these two, they're gonna play most of the track. Same goes with the ambience. So usually what I do is that I press on this here. This as well, is like the element I know they will play almost all the tracks, so I will put them like this. So you have to start to imagine and visualize. We can remove this, and we can also, yeah, let's leave the mixer, but yeah. So then the tracks start like this. Then I will go usually for close hi-hat, but here we have some FX, so maybe we can add some FX first. Let's see how they integrate. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay. So imagine that this will be our first 8 bar or 16 bar, we'll see later. Then another 8 bar here. Okay, maybe we can add another FX and then we add this. Okay. Okay, it was a weird jump, but it's because of the, okay. Okay, maybe we can, okay, this was too early, the perk loop, I feel, but maybe, yeah, okay. So let's do like this. Okay, this for sure after. Let's see it's one of the lead. Maybe at, or maybe two in the same time. Okay, now maybe just one first. No, actually let's do both. Okay, so next row, what we can have. Okay, now what we can do is we can introduce this, but I think we're gonna need a break because otherwise it's gonna be too brutal. Yeah. Maybe this we need even like to make open. So here, this one is gonna be more like a transition one. So where and then this one. So here we're gonna have a break. So here to do the break, I'm gonna use the locket I put here. So here I just need to record 8 bar. We're gonna see, this doesn't really matter, but so here what I'm doing is I'm recording this, but because it's in monitor in, it's not gonna play this. And I'm doing 8 bar, and basically what I'm doing, I'm gonna put one name on, and the reason why I do that is because now we can automate this device here. So if If you go to envelope, you have on. Okay. And now you duplicate, and I'm gonna rename this one off. And you're gonna see, and that is gonna be off. Tack. So you're gonna understand what it's doing. Basically, this is kind of a dummy clip which is gonna trigger your low cuts, which is gonna be perfect for your break. Let me actually put this one small because we don't really need them. So now we have. And then we can put the ride when it drops. Okay, here maybe it can go even like a... And then you get the idea, and then we do. Obviously the modulation are not right, and it's not perfect, but the idea, remember, is to get the structure, not to get the final detail of the arrangement. We are getting our structure, it's the most important. So this one is really the one we're gonna mod everything, like maybe having a bit more variation, because it's gonna be a pretty long and steady one. And maybe we can do, it's gonna be a short break, where actually maybe just at the end of the bar, you know? And we're gonna drop without any drums. So actually, let me do it like this. Okay, it's continue, and then it's after, yeah, where we're gonna remove all of the drums. Here, tack. This I really don't need. So it's play like this with the ride. Some modification. So don't pay attention to the lengths and everything, it doesn't. And then obviously here it's gonna be modulation. That is from there what we do. Either we go back with drums, or maybe we just bring it down, maybe. And maybe we can bring, say, so it's gonna do this. It's gonna bring down. That would have been the moment maybe to have a little extra something new. Maybe we can have like this playing a different pattern as well. No, maybe. You know what, maybe it's the moment to introduce another perc loop. I feel like it's missing something. Maybe a perc loop will help. So I'm gonna use a kind of a clap perc loop again. And that's actually, I didn't use like kind of the classic 909 clap. I could use it later. But this again, classic than what we saw before. Up this drum sampler. We're gonna play C3 and we can do like, maybe like, again, the same length of pattern like this. Yeah, something like that. Well, obviously now we need to kind of shape our sound a little bit. First we can add an EQ. Kind of muffle the sound a little. A bit of reverb. Okay, maybe reduce the stereo. Okay, and drum bus to kind of put a bit more in the front. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's our second path loop, and maybe we can make it play from before. So, okay, this is gonna be at the end. Okay, then maybe we can reintroduce the ride to the next. Because of the SFX and everything, the track carry it's still along even without this lead one. Maybe we're gonna need a low cut. And then okay, and then we can reintroduce it. I don't know how, but we can get rid of the ride here. We can have the break, but with the one going opening slowly, maybe. So back here, but here we're gonna have the break. So let's see. Okay. Maybe actually we can get rid of this one. Actually, we need more of this, more of that. Or actually, no, actually like this. Yeah, and then after we can use the color hat to add a bit of variation. And after we're gonna do again a classic cut and then like this, but this at the end, the cut. Tack. And then everything drop without drum. Up. Maybe this one is actually going down. But then we are how we exit the track. Well, I got an idea. Then I saw what we do is that we bring back everything except the ride, and then again it's gonna be okay, and then we get rid of things slowly. Okay, but then it's the outro, so we're gonna see. Okay, so now that I have my classic rough arrangement, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna record it in the arrangement view. So here I play scene by scene, and I can see for each scene how long I wanna leave it. So see you in a few minutes. Alright, and now that's what you should get. So the lengths are not perfectly exact because the main lead is like 3 bar and the rest, you know, the hat and everything is every 4 bars. So it's kind of everything shifting. So that's gonna be one of the challenge. But yeah, pretty much you got your structure. So now I just need to rearrange the length of each part, and our structure is done. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna readjust everything. So one thing that can help when you slide this, because obviously it's like you change, it's not gonna be every 8 bar, but it's gonna be more every 6 bar or 12 bar. You have to choose. So one thing I will do is I will select an empty MIDI clip, which is like 12 bar, and duplicate and have the other color, and then duplicate. So like this, basically, on my timeline, I know where is every 12 bar, you see? And I can then have an idea, at least when my lead is gonna change and when I need to do the break and take over, because otherwise it's gonna be quite a mess. So you don't need to follow, for example, maybe the first one at the beginning here, they can start after six bars. So at bar number 7, okay, and then I'm gonna put them for the whole track. But then you see, for example, the hat, maybe you can start here. The close hat, and then we can make it the length follow the main pattern. So this one as well should have started before, actually in the same time than the hat we said. And then maybe here we can have our open hat coming with the perk loop, and with this as well. These are like the ambience FX one, so it doesn't really matter if they don't follow. It's like in the background. It's good if they are not like repeating exactly. That's actually good. It's more like the drums with the lead that need to be like at least, because when you're gonna do low cut and when you're gonna do different type of energy, it's gonna be important to, like, for example, don't restart the hats or like add a ride in the middle of the pattern, you know. It's always better to wait the end of the pattern, and when the beginning, and when it's the beginning of the pattern, then you add an element. It feels more natural. Maybe we could have this one here. This one is not really like perfectly centered, so yeah, maybe like this. And then here we can bring both our leads, and this one is gonna be the one with the filter opening here. Okay, just need to be sure that everything is aligned. Okay, so here's our small break where maybe we can do it half like this. Okay, here it's gonna be some modulation, obviously, and then we can make it play until here, where we're gonna get rid of everything. That's what we were saying. Wait, how it was? Here we have. Yeah, that's the idea. So then what we're gonna do here, we're gonna do the break. Here the right stop, Okay, comes like this. And then it's on from here to here. I don't know if it's good here, actually. I think it's too long. I think it should be like just... But I'm scared this part is gonna be too long. Comme ça. And this, instead of here, more like halfway. Okay, here it's gonna be modulation of the lead. Okay, and then here's where there is another big break where we're gonna bring it back. Okay, the main saint. Okay, this needs to be like more like here. And this up like this, everything go back in the center. So automation are not perfect, but you get the idea. Okay, and it's here I think we need to maybe change the structure. I think here what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep the ride a little bit longer, and we're gonna do the fade out after. So here actually no cut. We're gonna keep it until maybe here, everything. And maybe here we do like the break. Like. And here obviously everything is still playing except the ride. Okay. And here we get rid of this. Well, we just do 3 bar or like 6. Yeah, like this. And then we can get rid of everything slowly. until here, or until here maybe. We can keep this part a little bit longer maybe because it's quite percussive and nice. And then maybe, yes, this gets rid of. Up. No, I don't need cut here. And then it's finished. And then that's it. We have our arrangement. Track is pretty much done. Now it's obviously gonna be about few modification to make things a bit. For example, the close hi-hat. Maybe we can do like a, you know, kind of a rattle effect. You know, that would be something you could do here. For example. Okay, this one modification. You're gonna need obviously to play with the cutoff a little bit more. So this I will usually do with the push manually. Here I'm not gonna do it, but you get the idea for the tutorial. For the sake of the tutorial, I just copy, but you can do something like this, some variation. Same with here, because this one doesn't really... Okay, just to give you an idea, I quickly record this and I could like obviously just duplicate. Again, if it was a real case, I will do it manually, the whole track different, but it's just to show you here quickly. And then you can do the same with the lead 3. So you see, you get the idea. Another cool thing you can use to add variation is, for example, you have the lead here. You can use return. So I have here, it's a washout. So this one is just gonna create. So this can be like maybe just some bursts, and I have, you can get more creative. I have this return I have here, which is like a reverse delay, which kind of get pitched. I mean, can be pitched. Can be great too. That can be a great way to add variation as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We got our full track, all the element, all the arrangement. And yeah, so this template will be available for free. The link in the description. Don't hesitate to like and subscribe before to grab it. And see you next time. Bye bye.